Hello, everybody. We're about to get started. Oh man, why's my mic so hot? Sean, did you watch the demo derby? When you get a chance. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's a million things in there that'll make you frustrated, but I want you to do me a favor and listen to my mic and tell me if it sounds processed, and listen to Mike's, and if it's only mine, let me know. Because I wonder if it's like some Discord thing or some Dan setting or something. Maybe he's got like the bitrate on that bus set low because he records all the tracks separately. So it's like weird. So I'm like, there's something wrong with my mic, and I was gonna go fix it, and then I started like listening to other stuff. I'm like, no, I sound fine everywhere else. That's not what you said during the demo derby, Mike. You did not just say, well, that's just Dan. Yeah, play along. Yeah. Yeah. You missed the lick? Oh, no. Are you? Oh, yeah, there it is. There we go. There we go. Okay.
No, you're just talking to yourself. It's cool.
Yeah, I was just to listen. These voices are in my head, probably.
Oh, shit. Okay. That was a close call, everybody. We're fine.
Okay, I'm gonna fix this.
I always get this mixed up with Sky Sanctuary.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I do not.
They got kind of similar melody. Is that like bombastic, like trombone or whatever?
Sky Sanctuary is great. It's good stuff.
Very good.
Yeah, it's probably the best Sonic 3 level. That was actually a very good choice when Sonic Generations picked Sky Sanctuary as the Sonic 3 and Knuckles level. That was very smart.
There's that.
That was great.
There's this. Let us.
Wait, Sakala.
Also a good zone name, Sky Sanctuary.
That's just a good game.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
The bosses are pretty bad, and the final boss is atrocious. Of course, Sonic games have that problem often.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'll give anyone. The bosses tend to be not great.
Something atrocious in a Sonic game. I mean,
Yeah, the final.
See, give them an inch.
It's like they kept doing it. Like it's just like some weird thing where you're kind of flying around. If it's kind of like the Sonic 06 boss. You're flying around and it feels bad, and every other character is screaming at you over a radio for some reason, and it's like, shut up! What am I supposed to do? This feels terrible.
you guys heard the horn?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The horn of hope may yet resound. There's an underappreciated soundtrack, Nino Kune. No one talks about that soundtrack
If I were
anymore.
a rich man.
If by Nino Kune.
Oh, before I forget, because someone said something in the chat that reminded me. Mike, did you see that there's a demo for the new RoboCop
I
game?
did see that. I did see that.
Good.
So I was gonna ask you, Jeff, if you want me to like do Giant Bomb content with that demo, or you want me to, or if I should just stream it myself.
What is it?
Whatever. The RoboCop demo is out. I don't know if you think I should do something with Giant Bomb for that. Or should I just stream it on my own?
Mention it in compadres,
Okay.
and then
yeah.
that'd be
You guys
good.
were looking for
So I'm gonna be out.
Club stuff for Wednesday, so
Yeah.
That's true.
Maybe.
That's true. Maybe I could just play the demo on Wednesday.
Okay,
That's a good
yeah.
idea.
There you go.
All right, what was I gonna do? I was gonna do one last thing, and now I don't remember what it was. We test the music. We got this. Oh, right. I was gonna see there was that one little tidbit of news.
Got a tweet at some point too.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that next. All right.
Ay, Dios mío. Oh,
Let's do this. I'm gonna be out for Nintendogs next week, guys.
Mm-hmm. I figured something out.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're leaving soon.
We're going to do hidden gems, so you're gonna miss it.
Damn it. Weird. Feel like we do it every week. Now I'm actually gonna miss it. All right, so let's do it.
Oh no.
What?
He's probably just
better-
doing some stupid shit in a game.
You better mute yourself, Christian. I swear.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I think
Remember
we're
the
good.
last podcast where you're like, Chrissy, sure, popping off. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, Chris, you've spoken up like 5 times. He's like, nah.
I checked it back. I only spoke up twice.
There was definitely at least 3 times.
No, it was just twice.
Sure.
Check it out, bro.
Right.
It's check the
I
fucking.
don't have to check it out. I remember.
Well, your memory.
Why
is
does my camera do that, you think? Why does it do that green flash sometimes?
I don't know.
The connector is failing.
Oh, that's fun.
Cool.
Wait,
Well,
what? Your screen is flashing
so-
green?
Well, hey, just remind me about it afterwards. We'll get it taken care of. Mike.
Yeah, that's a problem.
We'll take care of it afterwards. Okay. I think we're looking good. You ready to start,
Ready.
Mike?
Yes.
All right. Let's do this. Okay, we are going to count it in right now. Starting in 5, 4, 3. The internet, you're busy, let's do this. Welcome to the Game Mess Decides podcast. This is the podcast where we decide everything about the world of games so you never have to think for yourself. I'm your host, Jeff Grubb, and with me is
Mike Minotti.
in today's episode, gaming seems to be falling apart at the seams, and The Last of Us Factions is on ice. But first, Mikey, how are you doing?
Okay, it was a weird little rainstorm rolled by. It's kind of a little pleasant, although I had to shut my window. Turns out that there is a problem with your whole window strategy, Jeff. Sometimes it's rainy. Sometimes there's water outside, and I don't want the water inside.
You're right. You're right. This is the flaw is in my designs, and I'll think of something for you, Mike. I'll come up with another idea. Keep you cool.
Yes, please. Yeah, you ponder that. Cancel your vacation. Just work on that.
I'll get back in the lab and see what I can come up with. Yeah, I find most of the time windows open in a rainstorm. Like most of the time, it's fine. But occasionally you'll get like the sideways rain, or the one side of the house tends to like get more rain in it or whatever.
Yeah, it's probably fine. I just because podcasting and streaming,
you got a lot of stuff in there.
Not.
Yeah, you want to be careful.
Well,
for sure.
just the noise is all I was really worried about. Although I guess I probably wouldn't hear it. I don't know.
It's all right. Listen, people come here for the perfect audio of this podcast. That's what they like about us so much. Mike, I'm heading out of town here pretty soon. I'm excited about it.
You're doing a very un-Mikey vacation, going to the woods or something.
Going to the woods, going to a tree house. Yeah. We're gonna do some hiking. Like, that's the whole thing.
Careful.
Yeah.
Are the kids really gonna like hiking, or do you think they're gonna get
from
tired
Colorado,
and whiny
right?
after a while?
We spotted some pretty easy trails. They'll like hiking for a little bit, and then they'll get whiny, and then I'll be carrying 2 children, so that'll be fun.
Okay, well, you have fun with that. Careful, there's bears outside.
Listen. Hey, yeah, of course. If I'm outside, then I'll scare them away, Mike. It'll be fine. I'll make loud noises, armpit sounds, and stuff.
You are a bear. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be all right. I do want, like, when we were in Colorado, it was like, no, mountain lions actually definitely are out here, and those you can't just scare away. Like those, they don't care. They will just they'll eat your kids.
I saw a video of a guy having a scary encounter with a mountain lion. He kind of had to just the mountain lion basically just backed him off for like a mile as he kind of backed away and swore and was scared for a while. Eventually he threw a rock at it, and that scared it away pretty good.
Yeah.
So maybe try that. Throw a rock at a mountain lion if
Well,
you see one.
I throw rocks at just about anything I see that moves, so that no problem there. Yeah, but I don't know. How are you feeling otherwise? You got you good?
Tired.
Do you get tired? So just is it the mental thing of being like knowing that the CPAP machine is coming still?
Yeah, it's been a busy week also, right? Been doing a lot work, a lot of giant bomb, which is fine. I feel better today. Yesterday was pretty tired. Did a lot yesterday, but I feel pretty good. The weekend is actually here. I think it's going to be a relatively chill weekend, so I'm looking forward to that at least. Play some more games this weekend. Maybe do a little bit of cleaning around the house, but mostly want to, still really enjoying Baldur's Gate. We'll talk about that more. A couple other games. I probably should do some living room gaming this weekend, right? There's some PlayStation 5 stuff I really need to be playing, and I should be getting on that.
Yeah, I I have the Ally. I might stream some games from my PS5 while I'm gone. That should be able to do that. I have some stuff on like NHL. I want to be playing that stuff, but wish I could just get NHL native on the thing. Yeah, we'll talk about all that. But because I got the trip coming up, let's just get through this episode. Let's make it happen so I can go pack and all that stuff.
Sure.
Thanks everybody for joining us. You can get more from Mike and me by joining the Discord at GameS.net. Give us a good rating wherever you are listening and hit that like button on YouTube, please. If you want to ask a question, you can drop a super chat during the show here on YouTube. We'll read all of them before the end of the program. Thanks to Carlos Ayin, who's Insane in the Rain music on YouTube for the use of our theme songs. Thanks to 1UP vs. CPU for our artwork. You can find more at oneupversuscpu.com. We are on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and wherever pods are caught. Thank you to our mods. Support us by going to patreon.com/GameMess. That gets you access to the private channels in our Discord, the monthly Q&A, participation in our monthly Game Club discussions, 1 month early access to new episodes of Game Mess, Jeopardy, and Columbros, and of course, all of our shows ad-free. When do we have to do another Columbros? Probably next week?
Sometime later next week. When you're back, maybe next Thursday we'll do one.
Cool. Maybe I'll watch I'll make the family watch a Columbo at the cabin.
There you go.
That'll be fun.
Children love murder.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be cozy and nice. I wonder what the most child-friendly episode of Columbo is. Maybe we can start that ranking for everybody.
That's a good question. Because there's an element of murder in at least all of them.
Yes, a little bit of murder just to spice things up each and every episode. Mike, an even better question is, what the fuck is going on with gaming as layoffs and uncertainty seems to be taking hold despite a overall very healthy marketplace for video games? What's happening?
I don't know. Everyone's freaking out. It's like, it is weird how we're so obsessed with trends, Jeff, that even when a trend is bad, people can't seem to help but want to follow it. It's like, people are laying everyone off. We should lay people off too, I guess. I don't know. You're going to tell me what is going on.
Well, okay, let's go through this list here. Naughty Dog cut contract jobs. All unionized Dragon Age Dreadwolf QA workers laid off from BioWare. EA isn't giving full severance pay to laid off BioWare employees. Creative Assembly is laying people off after Sega canceled its biggest project ever. Hyena's biggest project in terms of budget, at the very least. Boomerang X Studio Dang is closing down. Twitch had another round of layoffs, not as big as its last one, but another round of layoffs. Epic laid off 830 people. Team 17 is cutting jobs, and Telltale, just tonight, what the report is that they cut some jobs as well. And I think the Telltale comment, which I saw in passing, but correct me if I'm wrong in chat. I think they said they're still working on The Wolf Among Us 2, but due to market conditions, they have to cut jobs. And I think it kind of, here's the reality. This is
what market conditions?
Well, I think it's interest rates going up. Like this is the effect of that. This is the thing that's supposed to happen when you raise interest rates over and over and over again. You're supposed to frighten these companies a little bit, and it's supposed to cool down the labor market, and it's supposed to make companies think twice about hiring and all this stuff. And it seems like that reality has now come to gaming, and it's coming to gaming pretty hard. I think most of these companies were thinking, can we weather this? Can we weather this? Can we weather this? And this being, it's hard to borrow money. Like, that's really what this all is. It's just difficult to borrow money right now. And whether that means they want to borrow money or they want to get investments from big investors who also think about borrowing money themselves to fund their efforts. Either way, getting a hold of capital is much more difficult right now. And a lot of these companies have used borrowing money to pay their employees for a very long time. That's a normal thing. Now it is a bit out of the question because borrowing money, very expensive. So I think these companies are like looking around, being like, okay, we tried to weather it, and yeah, we're coming on the other end of increased interest rates, but there's no sign that interest rates are going to come back down anytime soon. And so the healthy market for selling video games is one thing. The healthy market for feeling confident about making games seems like another. And all these companies are, instead of, maybe pulling back in other areas, the easiest thing for them to do is to get rid of a bunch of people. And it sucks. It is still a bit silly because, again, if you can make a game, if you can get a game out there, there's a good chance it's going to do well because people are buying a lot of video games. But I think they're just too frightened to believe in that. And so here we are. It feels like a constant onslaught right now, Mike. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, it just feels like it's really kind of beating us all down. I mean, in the case of Telltale, do you think The Expanse that did well at all?
I don't know. Is it fully out? Are all episodes out for The Expanse?
I'm not sure what the release schedule was like. I know at least some episodes of that are
I
out.
wonder.
I
think I just saw I was on YouTube earlier today, and I saw someone had a live podcast going, and I thought they mentioned The Expanse in there. So maybe like a new episode just came out or something, or maybe they were talking about this news, but I thought it was before this news broke. Yeah, I don't know. Like for a studio like Telltale, that was always a weird one because that's not really even Telltale, right? It's the ghost, the zombie shambling body of Telltale.
Yeah, there's that, and then there's that company that also had former Telltale people. They did a Star Trek game.
Might have more actual Telltale people there than is at this. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the legacy. I just know that this is something that got reanimated after Telltale collapsed the first time. But yeah, I mean, I think we saw this. I mean, we go back to the Dang studio. Dang, Boomerang Max, good game. Dang's like, hey, we're trying to get investment out there, and no one's biting. That is kind of the whole story here for a lot of these studios. For companies like Naughty Dog, I think that comes to there's a lot of things going on there, but I think it's mostly, hey, if anyone can if you can make cuts, make cuts. And I think these companies are like, well, these QA departments keep organizing. Maybe it'd be easier if we just cut them and think about doing things a different way. And I'm sure there's plenty of quality assurance houses out there that you can contract that aren't organized, that aren't unionizing. And you're like, well, we'll just take a little break and then maybe we'll go work with one of them instead. So it's miserable is what it is. I cover this news every day, Mike. You do too. It's nonstop, and you start to feel like, man, what are we doing here?
Right. It's hard to feel good about it. It's weird because, like I said, it's good. It's one of the best years ever in terms of quality of releases and just the quantity of releases too. Even so, it's just baffling that you have that on one end. And part of it is that the industry is so big, and maybe what's great for one company isn't so great for another one, but. Yeah, it doesn't really seem to add up. It seems like the game industry should be better than ever. And why? It just seems like an unrelenting stockpile of all these layoffs.
I think that if you were to go ask someone, what's the way this system should work, right? It's like, well, you take a risk, you make a product, and if that product sells, well, you're rewarded by the market. And now you can invest and reinvest in your company and try again and do something bigger next time. And we look around like, well, yeah, that sounds good. It doesn't seem like anywhere I look, it doesn't seem like that's the way it actually functions. It seems like there's a disconnect from the performance of the market and the rewards there within. It's like they are worried about future uncertainties, and that's what it actually defines what happens. And the money that is coming in from all these successes disappears somewhere, likely into some executive's pocket. And it's okay. That sucks. That really makes me miserable. So it's I'm really happy we got a lot of great games this year. I like playing video games a lot, but this constant parade of bad news for developers we're at high tide right now. Low tide seems like it's going to be coming really soon with games. In the next couple of years, we're probably going to pay for what's happening right now and people are going to look around. Why don't developers make good games? Well, it's what's happening in 2023. It has nothing to do with us. We're buying the games, and yet. These companies are still bailing out on us.
Vote with your wallet, right? And all
right,
that
right, exactly. Vote with your wallet. No, that's nothing to do with with reality. So yeah, it's frustrating. I don't like what is the answer. Like if we were in charge of these companies, I always said, hey, I like a company that believes in making video games. lot of publishers and studios are out there living that sort of motto, and they're cutting jobs too, and they seem that like they're in the grip of uncertainty as well. So I don't really know what the answer is. Obviously, it's not put all your money into live service, because that hasn't worked really for anybody.
No, it's been a bad year for live service in a lot of ways, right? So, no, we've got to wait another month for the Peter Molyneux's Web3 game to come and save us, right?
True. That's probably going to save us all. The business,
it'll be fine then.
Web3 business sim. That's what we need. All right. The other side of this news, the Last of Us factions is on ice. I think we kind of understood that this was the case, but to hear the reporting kind of confirm that it's like, hey, they went back to the drawing board, or a Bungie came in and said, hey, this multiplayer version of The Last of Us that you're working on, that you've done a really good job with before. People really like those other factions, those other Uncharted multiplayer games, and The Last of Us multiplayer game in the last game. They enjoyed playing it. But as a live service game, Bungie came in and said, this isn't going to work. And then the answer to that was like, okay, well, let's just go put it on halt and put it on pause, and nothing after that. For me, I would be like, okay, at least put it out there, give people a chance. But I mean, is that how you see it? Do you think that's worth it, or do you think they're making the right choice and maybe they can repurpose this for something else?
It's a little weird. I don't know what do you repurpose it as. It's hard to know without really even understanding what this was.
Right,
Jeff. I mean, it's just bizarre because Naughty Dog has been such a kind of golden goose. It's weird to see them get a black eye like this, to have a failure of any kind. But yeah, it is bizarre because factions is something that they talked up for a long time. I mean, it was supposed to just be the multiplayer component of Last of Us 2. Then it got expanded, and then it got shrunken to nothing. It's just a bizarre life and death for this project, if this truly is the end for it.
Sorry, I just read in chat. Connell Wood said, Molyneux will be fine. He sold all the NFTs for that game 2 years ago at the height of the insanity. Boy, that fucking sucks. That's so gross that like 2 years later, that game's going to come out into a world where NFTs are all worthless. But yes,
it's kind of incredible.
It's kind of incredible. Oh my God. Okay. Whatever though. Okay. So I think for factions, I would imagine you can take what they've done and you just put the multiplayer stuff as a mode in The Last of Us Part 3, like 4 or 5 years from now. I
guess at this point, why not just hold on to that and just wait?
But I wonder, I say that, like it's not that easy. Like, obviously, it's not that easy. You can't just. You would need someone actively working on that stuff alongside to make sure that it doesn't, because there's entropy in game development, and tools move on, and software moves on, and all this stuff moves on, and you can't be like, well, we finished most of that stuff a long time ago, now let's just bring it all in right now. It's like, well, the people that like had the keys to that kingdom have mostly moved on to other projects or left Naughty Dog entirely. So it means for the next several years, you would need at least some team operating on this stuff. And I don't know, it doesn't sound like that's in the process. Mostly it sounds like they're abandoning this thing. Now, the reporting is on ice, not canceled, but definitely on ice.
Right. It's like a Demolition Man. It's still if they want to.
Right, exactly. It's just I don't know what thaws it out. Like, what forces them to bring it out.
It's kind of a weird thing to just like, well, okay, no one's gonna work on this whole thing for a bit, and then Sunday we're just gonna bring it out and like, all right, like nothing happened. Like, you're gonna start from scratch basically whenever you unthaw it. I would feel like I don't know.
I would think so too. I agree with your assessment that it's weird to see Naughty Dog take a bit of a chink in the armor here. It's a studio that felt like it could do no wrong for a very, very, very long time. Because it had done no wrong, and now even this, it's like, is this a wrong, or is it just like mistimed?
Is this the protection from the wrong? Right? Would the wrong have been this game coming out, and even if it was like another Halo Infinite, right? That would have not been great. Maybe they spared themselves that. Part of the problem though is that like this is supposed to be the strategy for Sony, as all these live service games. And I guess I always assumed that Factions was kind of like the standard bearer for that. It was kind of the flagship.
Yep.
Now that's not even happening.
Right.
So
it's like if this one doesn't work, and to go back to the reasons why this wasn't working that I've heard, it is that Naughty Dog was going to. The gameplay was fine. It's just all of the monetization and the progression, all that stuff around the edges was done in a way that would not have been great for any live service game. And and it seems like when Bungie saw that, they were like, yeah, you're going to have to basically rework all of this. And that is a lot of work because we just wouldn't give a green light to this. And it's like, okay, well, that seems like I guess that seems like a problem. That would definitely be the kind of thing that would lead to a Halo Infinite like situation, I think, where people are not playing it the way they need to be playing to justify this entire process. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't know, like, where does Naughty Dog go? But Sony itself, like, it's got these 10, 11 other live service games, maybe 12. Maybe they were never counting this as one of those, but I think at least 10 or 11 other live service games. If this game wasn't going to work, what do they have in the hopper that they believe in so hard? Or do they have anything in the hopper that they actually believe in? Is that why Jim Ryan left? I mean, we don't know. But
Twisted Metal something. It's still weird to me. We had that Twisted Metal show.
Yeah, they were making
a Twisted Metal game like in years, and there wasn't one announced. Like,
yep, they were making one now. Yeah,
they were making one. Okay,
yeah,
but I don't know. I do wonder what's up with Naughty Dog though, in a bigger philosophical sense, because of course there's still more juice to squeeze out of the Last of Us fruit. But disgusting analogy, I know. But like, they got to be thinking about what's next, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think they definitely do a Last of Us Part 3. They've already kind of said that that's something that they have written, and the Last of Us machine with Hollywood stuff now happening, it's too big to not do, and I think they want to do it. But they seem to have no interest in doing more Uncharted, so they probably will do some other project. And what does that look like? Is that going to have, I mean, at this point, today it would seem silly to have any live service hooks, but at the same time, it's like, well, then is it going to be another $250 million project that needs to be the biggest thing in the world? I believe that they can do that, but boy, that seems tough.
They already have the perfect match to fill their catalog. Killzone is coming back. Let's go. Let's do it.
Well, listen, I don't think Herman Hulst is going to let him take his baby.
That's fucking Guerrilla Games.
Yeah, that's Guerrilla.
They got 5 Horizon games to make apparently or something.
Yeah. I guess this is some of the stuff that we were saying at the beginning of this generation. It was very easy and right to feel bullish about Sony's prospects at the beginning of the generation. But when we were looking down the barrel of God of War Ragnarok, it's like, hey, they are going to make this game, and it's definitely going to be a big success, and people are probably going to like it because I bet it's going to be a very good game, and all this stuff, and it's going to be easy to sell. But what happens when they get to the third one, and it's like more of the same, and the diminishing returns start to kick in? Like, they're already on rather thin margins with these big games. They can't afford that, so they're going to have to change things up, and that's going to be even more expensive, and all these things. So it's they have that happening kind of across the board, where it's like, we'll see. I think Spider-Man 2 is going to be just fine. Spider-Man might be an anomaly, though. Like, will they be able to do that with the rest of their franchises? Like, is Horizon just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger without changing up too much? And if they do have to change it, how expensive and how long is that going to take? Like, they're going to have a lot of trouble, I think, continuing this momentum the way they have, because they already are putting as much time and as much money and as much effort into these games as possible. So if it requires more time and more money and more effort, where's that going to come from?
Yeah, well, it's like the PlayStation 4 things sort of worked out in a way where you had some studios almost wrapping up their PlayStation 3 franchises in a fun enough way. Like, you had Sucker Punch do an Infamous, and you had Guerrilla Games do a Killzone in the beginning, and then by the end, though, here's their shiny new thing. Games take so long to make anymore. It feels like we're not going to get the shiny new thing so much. We're just going to get the part 2s of those last things if we're lucky. And we'll get a Ghost of Tsushima 2.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we're going to get Sucker Punch's next thing.
Right. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's like all these things are real problems for a company like PlayStation, and so the solution there, and it seemed obvious, and I think I generally agreed with this approach. Make a bunch of live service stuff as well. Yeah, why not? Have the stuff that can, like, paste over these big releases. The big releases are these tentpoles, but they are massive projects that you spend 5 to 7 years now on, and a lot of money, and then people play them, and they're done in a weekend, or they're done in a couple of weekends. And it's like, right. You know what? You still got their money, and that people pay a lot of money for video games. $70 is a lot of money for video games. That math mostly works out, but it's what can you do to, like, fill in the gaps between that? Live service made sense up until earlier this year, and now it doesn't look like it makes a lot of sense right now.
Right. And like the other ways they tried to plug up their schedule before was one, like getting marketing deals for big third-party games, and that can maybe still work. It's kind of seems like it's fallen the wayside, and their biggest one was with Call of Duty. So oops,
and the second biggest one was Final Fantasy, and that's worked.
Well, that's the other thing. That's not even just marketing. That's like exclusivity deals.
Oh, sure, yes, right.
They did that a lot this year, and like Forspoken obviously did nothing. Final Fantasy 16 it probably did okay. Did maybe even good. But I'm not sure. It is weird because the whole point of Sony really is like, the first party is really strong, and of course Microsoft also has that problem. Has had it worse in some ways,
absolutely.
But that's never been the whole pitch for Xbox. That's kind of the whole pitch for PlayStation is how good the first party games are, and when you get like one a year or just two, I don't know if it's enough.
Yep, and it's they're in a little bit of a drought right now. It's not some extreme problem.
They're probably going to be fine. I hope we're not trying to sound like we're doom and gloom on PlayStation.
They'll figure this out. But I just think that it's like this is an illustration of the challenges that someone like Jim Ryan would have faced, and that there's no obvious solution to. That's continues to be the theme, I think, of this year, where right now things mostly seem good, but they're good from a model that made sense for a long time and started making less sense, as we've described here so far, of games taking longer, being more expensive, all these things. And now as that process gets wider and wider between games, it's like, okay, now what do we do when like the games have to keep getting bigger because the expectations of the audience are still out there, and someone's going to keep making a bigger game. And you have to keep up with them. You can't be suddenly a company that doesn't have the biggest and best games. So you have to keep up with the Joneses. You need something else, and there is just no obvious answer to that question. And I think that's what most of these companies are like. We got to make the most of what we have. And again, credit to Jim Ryan, who helped spearhead, and this goes to Hiroki Totoki as well, and a few others. It's
such a fun name.
Yes, and I can't remember the name. He's the guy that was kind of interim in charge before Jim Ryan took over. The PlayStation Network Services stuff has been a massive success, and their subscription stuff has turned into just a money printing machine.
Why isn't that the next thing? How come the subscription stuff isn't it? Because that is this giant source of income that we just didn't have before.
I mean, because they reworked their subscription service, and it doesn't seem like it did much good. That was they did make that play. They made that play of, all right, here's PlayStation Plus Essentials, medium, and large, and like there's something to it, but everyone's kind of like, I'm happy with medium, and even that most of the time, I own most of these games, or I'm buying most of these games because that's what I'm used to doing on PlayStation. And yeah, I think they are making more money from it, but they also saw like a decrease in subscriptions. So it's like they made the exchange there, and it's not like they got both. So they made their play, and what else can they do in that space? I don't know. I guess day and date, but that is also a net. There's not, that's not net neutral, or maybe it's net neutral a little bit, where it's like, okay, yeah, if you do day and date, you might get more subscribers, but you might lose more sales, and they're not sure if they want to make that bargain with the devil quite yet. So. PlayStation's going to be fine because they do make good games that people want to buy, and that's still the key. But
they still sell a lot of consoles.
But the risks that are inherent to making games are there and continue to be like a threat. And the way that they were mitigating those risks right now, it was live service. The one that was for a while, it was the subscription stuff. That's established now. That's built into their expectations. The risks were still coming. And there's no answer because live service just doesn't seem like it's going to be a solution. Hey, if they get a big live service hit, it will be a very big help. But that seems...
We don't even... Again, we've been hearing about this strategy for a while. We don't even know what that game would be right now.
It seems more implausible than ever right now. Yes. Okay. Those are the big topics I wanted to talk about you with, Mike. I think what we should do now is take a break. When we get back, we'll talk about the super chats, and then we'll get into the topic of this week, which is going to be a horror game console draft.
Yes.
So stick around.
Halloween.
We'll be right back after this, everybody.
Good shit.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Yeah,
hell yeah. Let's
got
bring
game
back
2, you
fucking
nerd.
Mag rules. Massive action game. No, what was the name?
It's a massive action game.
Yep.
That's just,
It actually is that
It's
stupid.
the stupidest name ever, but yeah.
Or the best name ever. You just knew it inherently.
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
That's good marketing.
Let's
Somebody said Mag kicked ass. No, he didn't.
I never played Mag, and I regret not playing it.
I think I played a demo once.
Mag.
Remember, it ran at like 20 frames per second and was too big for its own good. I think. I don't remember. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, that's a shame. All right, let's get back into it.
All right.
And we're back. Mike, there's a bunch of super chats. Can you start reading those for me right now, please?
Okay. Big Fresh 37 says, was Metal Slug Tactics a mass delusion or what? Oh, yeah. What happened to that?
What was the game again? I'm sorry. What was it?
Metal Slug Tactics.
Oh, yeah, man. Mass delusion. I'm going to say it was a mass delusion. We all made that up.
Yeah.
That can't be real.
EP Idiot Box says, can't watch live, but I want to pop in to give you each a kiss on the cheek. Sorry, my lips are dry. Keep up the good work. Mwah. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much, Idiot Box. I appreciate it.
Bubsy says, Father, why have you forsaken me? I think he's talking to you, Joe.
I know. I think he means you.
Okay.
Can't mean me.
I just never loved you.
I renounce you. I renounce you, Bubsy. I renounce you.
Adam GC with a generous first super chat here. Thank you so much, Adam. Says, help. I bought the Starfield controller after you two raved about it, and now I can't stand the game. The reason I'm forcing myself to play it so I don't feel like a complete fraud. Please release me from my agony. Hey, look, welcome to the club. I got all right. The controller still great. The controller still looks good.
Yeah.
By far their best controller. It's too bad that when they make they didn't make a Hi-Fi Rush controller that looks good. I would get that instead, but this is what I got. I'm sorry.
Listen. Sell the controller. If it's hurting you, sell it. But also, you can have the controller without liking the game. It's fine.
I remember.
I understand what he means, though. I would feel this way as well if I was in the.
I feel a little weird about it.
Yes, not a complete fraud, but it's
I'll use this anytime I'm in my ship. I'm in my ship for like 5 seconds at a time. So it's like, pick this up, put it down. I feel stupid. I'm like, I should have just done it on mouse and keyboard also.
Yep. Well, hey, flying the ship with mouse and keyboard's not great.
It's not. It's not. You're right.
But that's true for any ship in any game. That Starfield. You're not like some bad example of that. You can have that one. There you go.
I think the solution is just to play first-person shooters with controller. I'm just saying.
Oh my god!
Might fix all your problems there, Mike.
Criminal shit. I saw you spreading that propaganda earlier today, and that's
on top of leaderboards, baby.
Mikey O'Leary says Universal's Epic Universe. What a name.
That's a name.
This is the third theme park. Yeah, it's very bad. It's such a boardroom name. It's upsetting. Started early testing on ride vehicles, including the Donkey Kong minecart roller coaster. Y'all gonna put in for press coverage this time around for early access? Yeah, when we get closer, definitely. I've got maybe an in there, so hopefully we can do something with Epic Universe when that does come around, because that's where Nintendo World's going to be opening up.
What's the vague timeline on all this again, Mike?
Like 2025, okay. I think.
What does this mean, early testing?
Well, they are having vehicles move on the tracks because they have to test that like crazy.
So like that's what I guess that's what I'm asking. So they've cleared the land. They started building stuff up, and now they have like the bones of the track up.
There's a lot up. There's a lot of ride tracks are just straight built, especially roller coasters. Those can go pretty fast. So like there's a giant, I don't even know what the theme is, like dueling coaster in the middle of the park, and that track is all there. I think there's a How to Train Your Dragon coaster that's also been built up. Maybe that's the same thing. I don't know. But yes, the track for the Donkey Kong coaster has already been built, and I think recently people notice that the carts are actually on the track now. Okay, very cool. I'm excited. Theme Park Stop, I believe, has a video on all this, everybody, if you want to see more on that. I do. Propaganda Panda says, stop being a baby, Jeff, and beat Resident Evil 4 Remake. Yep, that was $5. Thank you for the $5.
All right, Panda. Since you spent money, I'll go ahead and beat it. Absolutely.
There you go.
But only because you asked, Panda. Mike, you skipped a couple, I think.
I noticed. Don't worry. I'm on it.
All right.
Rogers OG says, Jeff claims he's just going on vacation, but we all know it's actually a bereavement leave to mourn our boy, Jimbo Ryan. I mean, I don't see him in chat today. I must be right.
Yeah, he went ahead of me. We're going to spend a nice, quiet weekend together.
Next one is Sumi Mex, who says, love to see Jeff wearing that great shirt that was on the Yeti recently. What are some of your favorite video game related tees purchased this year? What is that, Jeff? What is this, Jeff?
It's a heart, and then it's like a planet around it, and then standing on the planet holding hands is Kirby, Toad, one of the cats from Animal Crossing. I think that's Ness, Hamtaro, Pikmin,
It's all the
Diddy
cute,
Kong.
all the kawaii characters.
Yes, exactly. Diddy Kong and Shy Guy.
Diddy Kong.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that again, Mike?
Kawaii.
Perfect.
You're welcome. I got a couple good Mallow T-shirts on Yeti this year, though.
Yeah, I got one of those Mallow T-shirts. I was pretty happy with it.
I also got that like a Metroid Save the Animal shirt that I was.
So you're
pretty
telling
happy
me
with also.
you
Yes.
get these shirts from the Yeti, you wash them, put them in the dryer, and they never start to chip?
I haven't had it happen with mine. I don't think so.
Okay, well,
I've been-
hit me up with your settings on your dryer and let me know.
Yeah, I've been doing cold water. I know that lately. Cold
Yeah, I
water.
changed to cold water. That's
Otherwise,
definitely how
I
to
don't know. Just default shit, I think.
go. All right. Okay.
I don't know.
I got fucking T-shirts like drying right over there right now because I'm sick of it. It bums me out.
You got your lineup now.
Yeah, it sucks.
All right. Next one here is from. Did I catch up? Yeah, Willow Davis. He says, "Hey, Mike, precision drummer, and Jeff, obligatory bassist. Did you play Guitar Hero back in the day? Did it inspire you to try out an instrument? Forget about Guitar Hero. I was playing Guitar Freaks. I first found it at the Columbus
GameWorks.
Yeah, excuse me, conflated there. And then I bought the PlayStation version that I had to import and played that for a while. So yeah, when Guitar Hero came, I was like, oh, cool. Wow, like a Western version of Guitar Freaks. So yeah, I did play Guitar Hero for a good while. I did enjoy it for a bit. At some point, I was like less interested in it, and my brother was really into it. And basically, if I played it because he begged me to. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And I never was like, I need to play guitar now or anything like that. Didn't really care.
Yeah, I also saw that. I remember seeing the Guitar Freaks game and being like, I had heard about these instrument-based arcade games for a really long time out of Japan, and so seeing that, I was like, oh my god! And then I tried it out, and then obviously once Guitar Hero started happening, I got super into it. I played saxophone before that, so I didn't need to like get into an instrument.
Baba Is Me says, best game of 1981, Wizardry. I'm very excited to re-experience it with a makeover from Digital Clips. P.S. Enjoy your well-deserved vacation. Jeff, yeah, are you going to check out that Wizardry remake?
Hang on, Mike. Can you vamp for a second?
Yes, I am going to vamp it up like crazy because I want to check out the Wizardry remake. Wizardry that's like one of the first major actual video game RPGs. I know that Final Fantasy, the Dragon Quest anyways, I think both Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy were inspired by Wizardry, right? And from Wizardry, you get stuff like Ultima and a lot of those other old PC RPG dungeon crawlers. So definitely, I kind of want to check it out. I don't know how much I'll actually enjoy it, to be honest, but I want to try it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see it myself. It is being done by the Digital Clips, right?
That's right, Digital Clips.
Okay, so yeah, I'm at a point with them where I'm gonna try anything they put out because the labor of love aspect is really important to me, and I like obviously. I mean, Drew Scanlon's there, and Chris Kohler's there. And Mike Micah is obviously, Mike Micah is the one I think. Mike, have you ever seen his basement?
I'm not sure.
I don't know where this video is. If anyone has it anywhere, send it over to us. But in his office, there's a hatch, and you open up the hatch and you go in his basement, and this is like the mecca of collectibles. Of all these amazing things that he has down there. And it's just really cool. And so these guys, anytime they decide like something's valuable to them, I decide it's valuable to me. So yeah, I'll check out Wizardry.
Cool. Alex says, sad to hear this about factions and so soon after Last of Us Day. That'd be funny if on Last of Us Day they announced, yeah, by the way, we canceled factions.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious.
We took a golf club to it. Sorry, a little late on it.
Crouching Boomer Hidden Zoomer says, the mod hole is more like a mod saloon door tonight. Al Grug says, what is Jeff's favorite grub of the week?
It's my wife's birthday, so she's my favorite grub this week.
Oh,
so,
isn't that cute?
Yeah, there you go.
Nintendo says, why doesn't Sony just take whatever drugs Insomniac seems to be on and give it to all their studios? 3 to 4 games in one gen seems possible for Sony.
Okay, let's like just a little bit of perspective here, though. No Insomniac game is really playing for Game of the Year. Not even Spider-Man, not Miles Morales. Those games.
I mean, Ratchet Clank should have.
Yes, you're right. I agree. But they are not doing even Ratchet Clank's not doing the stuff required to get Game of the Year accolades.
Yeah. Okay, but the Spider-Man games are doing the sales is still like
Of
as
course,
good as anything Sony can
listen,
do.
I think that they should be doing more stuff like Insomniac, but I think it's important, or at least was important to Sony to have those accolades. So, yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Mike. I like the all of the Insomniac games more than just about any of the other studios' output. So,
Sure.
Give me that for sure.
Crouching Boomer Hidden Zoomer says, "What's your favorite hole in the wall bar?" Oh gosh, I mean, this has got to be local stuff. Shout outs to Draft House, I guess, but that was more fun when I was younger. I don't know how much I really enjoy hole in the wall bars as I'm older. There's like, I go to a pretty pretentious. I go to like breweries and like beer outlets now, probably kind of pretentious and more quiet, but that's what I like.
Yeah, same here. I'm 40.
And then Bubsy's back, says, Jeff is obviously my father because my games never have story. That's not true. You crash landed on that planet, Bubsy.
Yeah.
There's a whole intro cutscene. Now you're just a liar. No wonder your father doesn't
Intro
love you.
cutscene. There was a final cutscene. I think there's a true ending. In a game. For me, I don't fucking think so.
Yeah. All right. And yeah, we know, but Rift Apart was nominated for the Keeleys, but yeah, it was never going to win
Spider-Man
that
was
year.
probably nominated, but like, I just, if you go back and look at that year, like how many Game of the Year awards these games are winning,
What
it's
year
not
was
many.
that? I want to see because that's it for Super Chats for now. So I'm going to look this up real quick. Rift Apart came out 2021. Okay, what year was that? That would have been 2 years ago. What? Oh, that's the It Takes Two year. It Takes Two won over Rift Apart. Okay,
That sounds right.
Oh, I like It Takes Two. I probably would have. I would pick Rift Apart over that.
I love Rift Apart. Yeah.
Rift Apart was fantastic. All right, that's it for Super Chats for now. Everybody, if you send more in, we will read them before the end of the show. Thank you so much.
All right, we are going to make this happen, but we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're doing the horror game console draft. Look out for that right after this. Okay, let's see.
So what kind of game?
Horror.
Horror?
I'm not
Like
gonna
Thok?
like Thok. Yes, like Thok and horror. I
Okay.
always try to emphasize horror,
What's wrong?
and it always comes
you're
out.
fine.
I know.
Horror.
Horror?
Yeah, horror.
I don't know why I'm
My
making
only
fun of
issue-
you. My pronunciations are ass, so
My
Horror.
only issue is that it's more Halloween because we're doing spooky games too.
horror.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Horror.
Okay, is it? It's spooky games.
It's spooky.
Just say Halloween games. Just say Halloween games.
Okay, great.
There you go.
Yeah, what the fuck, Jeff?
That covers the whole genre. That
Shut up.
colors all the different
What
branches.
is wrong with you, dude? You're trying to make something here.
Yeah, dude.
What is this, Jeff?
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
my-
What
oh,
is this,
okay,
Jeff?
Okay, I'm gonna take my headphones off now.
Yeah, let's just say spoopy. We'll pretend like we're those people still.
Young?
I've done the full circle on spoopy of like liking it, then also thinking it was cringe, but then now thinking the people who think it's cringe are cringe. So I just don't even think about it anymore. I think I'm just
Spoopy
done.
was never good. Spooky is good, but Spoopy was always
I
trying
think
to
spoopy
work
was
too hard.
kind of good. I think it could be cute.
What?
The problem is Spoopy is cozy, and we're not about cozy around here, apparently.
Apparently not.
Wait, it's a spooky month around here.
Yes, I'm very scary. Look
I
out.
don't know what's going on here.
What is this,
Stop
Jeff?
us,
I don't know.
gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be what? I'm gonna be what?
What's the name of your console, Mike? Because I'm Death Grubb 64.
Okay.
Tolko Death.
The Mikey before Christmas.
Okay.
Or just the Mike before Christmas, I guess.
Yeah,
Whatever you want.
I took the Christ out of Christmas and made it Xmas. So
Okay, I like it.
there's the war on Christmas starting already, everybody.
Wow.
All right, now let me just get that up there.
I like that being of the
Christian myself,
screencast.
I denounce this shit.
Ooh, hey, it just worked. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm excited to do
Wow.
this draft. It's going to be fun.
Okay.
It'll be fun to do 2015 later or 2005 because that's like not a very. It's like we had a lot of banger years. 2005, of course, because it's a console launch year. It's kind of weak.
But you know what came out in 2005, Mike?
Something. There were still some big games.
Something Battlefront 2. You know, maybe you've heard of it.
Oh,
I don't know.
Jesus Christ! Right.
The Discord is already getting ready to riot. Like, people were ready.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
All right. I think I am good. I just got to change the scene. And
You got
There we
us ready for this game over here?
no, but I'll get us ready for that right now. Is what I meant to say.
Okay.
I will fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up, Mega Man.
Oh.
Oh,
Mm.
God damn it.
Boom, boom, ba-da, boom, boom, ba-dum, ba-ba-da, boom, boom, ba-da-dum.
I'm glad that's the song of the day now. Y'all get to suffer with me.
Mike Minotti, Mike Minotti.
Yes, yes.
Whoa! Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Super chat.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
Thank you.
dang.
Okay. Well, wow. Okay.
We'll get to that, Doug.
Well, that was worth that. I was about to be like, oh, what, Christian? Hey, wow. Thank you, Doug. We'll lead with that. We're gonna lead with that. We come back. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, is that the biggest super chat we've ever gotten? Jeez, thank you.
Yeah, it's up there.
It's up there.
Okay.
Wait, all right.
Man.
I'm covered there.
That's it.
I mean,
Going to
somebody
a
wants
strip
to
club
beat
tomorrow.
that right
Hell
now.
yeah.
I wouldn't complain.
Okie doke. Let's bring it back in. Everyone ready?
Yes.
I was born ready.
We're back. And before we hand the show over to Sean for a minute, let's hand the show over to Mike for one more super chat.
Yeah, we just got a very generous super chat from Doug Munn, who just said, hey guys, just want to let you know Game Mess has quickly become one of my favorite shows after discovering you guys when Jeff joined Giant Bomb. Keep up the great work. Again, very generous. It's first super chat on the stream. Thank you so much, Doug Munn. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Dougman. That's
Thanks,
awesome.
Doug.
We
I don't
really
like you say
appreciate that.
Doug Mond. It's not Dougman, but that's like you're a Digimon. Dougmon. Doug Mon. Doug Champions.
I'm gonna say Dougman. It's like it's like Raymond.
Yeah, everybody loves
Yeah,
him.
I agree. You're correct.
You were saying you enjoy saying it your way, which I was like hearing you say it.
I was just making fun of myself because I'm definitely saying it the wrong way. Like Diamond, like Dougmond. Yeah, that makes way more sense.
Well, everybody loves Dougman. So thank you again, Doug.
Dougmon,
Appreciate it.
Doug Monsters. Dougmon is the champion.
Let's hand the show over to Sean for the show within a podcast, something like that. He says it better. I'll let him do it.
Everyone's favorite game show within a
There it
podcast,
is.
closest to the messy pin. We got Volume 18. It is presented by me, Turbo Sean. It is powered by Metacritic, and it is, as always, executively produced by Benji Bop Kojima. Quick rundown of the rules. The boys will be guessing the Metacritic scores of 5 games that are 10 years ago or older. The idea is to get the score exactly right, but each point deviated that they will add 1 to their score. If they get exactly right, they will have 5 deducted. And is golf rules, at the end, you want the lowest score. So, Jeff won last time, so Mike will be picking first. Mike,
Good.
Mike, you gotta break this losing streak, bud.
I know it's been a little rough for Mikey's out there.
Mike, I need you to tell me what you think. Yeah, Limbo for the Xbox 360 has July.
People liked
21st.
Limbo.
2010. Shut the hell up. 89 critic reviews. Now you may speak.
Okay, yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, people like Limbo. How much? 89.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm right in that same range because I agree. People really like Limbo. The people who like Limbo really like Limbo. I've never played Limbo.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a fun, breezy playthrough.
Yeah. What's the other one?
Inside.
Inside. I'd say
And
it's
most
good. I like
recently-
Limbo more.
Cocoon.
Yeah,
I think I played a little bit of Limbo. They don't appeal to me. I don't know what it is. I haven't really thought about it.
Well, we all know you hate indie games.
Yeah, I hate. That's what it is. I just hate the indie developers being able to feed their families. Let's go with 88.
Okay, 88. Usually I'm not too into them either because it's more about the atmosphere and everything than about the actual platforming.
And
Yeah.
no hate towards them. Just not for me, maybe.
Yeah, same. All right, well, Limbo is in at a 90.
Shit.
Mike was very close.
Shit.
Man, I should have said 90.
Should have said
He
Coward.
gets 1. Jeff gets 2. Jeff,
All
it's now your turn. I need you to tell me what Amy, all capital letters, for the PlayStation 3 has. This game released January 11th, 2012. It's based on 35 critic reviews. I have never heard of this game.
What the fuck is this shit?
I don't know what this game is either. What the fuck is this?
Can you
Bob,
think of
what
the,
are you doing to us?
what do you think the theme is, Mike? I'm trying to like limbo.
Well, it's hard to
Right
say because
now.
we don't know what this game is. Must
Yeah.
be scary too, right? Maybe it's Halloween shit. Probably just Halloween shit.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, look, the colors are Halloweeny, aren't they? Now that I look closer.
69.
Nice.
73.
Mike's more optimistic.
Shot in the dark. For Amy.
Just absolutely throwing a dart.
Okay, well, Amy, the perhaps critically acclaimed game, sits at.
He gets this right.
This has got to be a curveball one, right? Like, yep, 25.
All right.
Okay. Hey, thanks for telling me about this one. I'll see if I can get
Is this
into
Blight Clubby?
Yeah, how much see if I can get this on Blight Club?
What the hell? Amy. God, I'm gonna look. Okay, interesting.
I love when we have these like huge score differentials. I have to like count to make sure that I click the button the right number of times. Okay.
Break
cool.
out the calculator.
All right, this is going well. Game number 3, Dead Space for the Xbox 360, original version, obviously. October 13th, 2008. 79 critic reviews. A lot to work with there. Mikey.
Yeah, people liked this. It wasn't like the craziest high scores I remember, so I'm gonna say an 87.
Okay.
Man, Amy
Sorry, I
looks
was
like
distracted by Amy being included on the Wikipedia page for games notable for terrible reception.
Ooh, okay. It got a 2 out of 10 from IGN. Okay, Dead Space. 87's pretty good. I'm gonna go with an 84 though.
84 from Jeff, going a
I think
little
I'm
lower.
good.
I actually think this might be higher, personally, but we'll see
That seems
what
possible.
happens.
I don't know. This first one I wasn't
People
sure.
did.
They did really
people
like
liked
it.
Well, the original Dead Space came in at an 89.
Okay, there it is, man.
Right.
Okay.
We
So
tied.
We're tied. Shit.
tied up at 51 points at about halfway through the game. Game number 4.
An average golf round is like 72 strokes, so this is fine.
Alan Wake, the original for Xbox 360, May 18th, 2010. 100 critic reviews. Jeff.
Jeez.
I am gonna go with an 85 this
I
time.
wanted to say 85. Damn it.
I think a 85.
Shit.
Okay.
Well, gosh, because I don't know. Some people do get hung up and think, by the repetitiveness of it. It doesn't bother me. I'll be optimistic. I'll say 86. I really like this game.
86 locked in there. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Alan Wake, the OG, has an 83. You
All
guys
right.
were in the
Okay.
ballpark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That
should've
sounds
gone
right.
Lower. They were
All
wrong.
right. Close game. 1 point difference. Game number 5. The last one is Outlast, the PC version, released September 4th, 2013. 59 critic reviews to work with, Mike.
Yeah. Which one was this again? What was Outlast?
This is like the it's just like the indie horror game, right? Like,
Isn't this the one where there's a monster chasing you through a building or something?
yeah, this is like one of those that sort of started the path that got us to Resident Evil, turning into Resident Evil 7. Yeah, it's like one of those spooky.
An
games.
82.
82.
I'm gonna go with. I think I played a little bit of this game. I'm gonna go with an 80.
80
Make
out
it
of 10?
interesting.
Okay. All right. Well,
Mike's so excited.
Outlast came in at 80.
How was I close? I don't even know what this game is. How was I even close?
Jeff
I can't
gets it
fucking win.
exactly right. We are
I'm gonna
ending
go
the
pee.
game. Mike at 56,
I
Jeff
like
at
the animated
48.
gift though. Trick or treat.
Who are
Trick or treat.
those? This is some
Trick or
ducks
treat
dressed
for
up. I don't know what this is.
Halloween.
That's some duck assholes on. Now, congratulations, Jeff.
Thank you very much, Sean. I appreciate it. That was a lot of fun, especially
That
since I
was
keep
it.
winning. Oh boy. Oh boy. I wonder which rules we're going to have to change this time. Can't wait to find out next. All right. Well, Mike goes pee. You know what, Christian? Should we take one more break?
Sure.
We're gonna take one more break, and then when we get back, then we'll do the spooky game console draft or Halloween game console draft. I don't know. Mike keeps yelling at me about it. We'll do it right after this.
Perfect.
Bum Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum,
Bob's right. I'm a little
bum.
surprised you don't like at least not like familiar with Outlast, at least like in passing.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. That was definitely the time when Mike would not have been paying attention to horror games at all.
Right. Well, it's just like because when people talked about Resident Evil 7, they're like, oh, it's like Outlast and Amnesia. Those are
Sure.
like the two that they went to.
I mean, look at me. I think Outlast is the one I was playing.
Fuck, man.
You definitely
I
have
think
a
everyone like tried it out for a bit.
flashlight in Outlast, right? Outlast.
Probably. I never played it. I'm not a horror game guy.
Horror.
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 Bum, 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 bum. Yes, this seems like the. Yeah, I played this a little bit. It was okay.
Well,
It was an 80.
1-1, I guess.
Ooh, in the remote mountains of Colorado. Well, now I gotta play it.
Oh, your favorite area.
Yeah,
Formerly.
formally.
Let's see. Let's do
The rural juror. The horror rural juror.
upload. Click.
Yeah, flashlight's the main thing for your camera. Okay. Yep,
Okay.
that sounds familiar. Is Fatal Frame still a thing? There was a Fatal Frame game for Wii U, right? In
Yeah,
Japan?
that's the one that got
believe you.
ported to the Switch not too long ago.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was the one. It was either there or the Wii one that like
Right.
got brought up. People like those games.
Yeah, people like Fatal Frames.
Yeah.
Which makes me think of what is the Femme Fatale games? The ones from with the lesbians.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Fatal Frame.
Fa-
no,
not-
that's
not-
not, that's
no,
not
That's
right.
what that's what I'm saying. That's what
No, no,
reminds
no.
me because it has FF, right? What is it?
Yeah, it's something similar. Shit.
Fear Effect. Thank you,
Fear
Dougman.
Effect.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dougman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks those graphics. Yeah, like if you watch people play that game, like that game does look good. I don't know how much fun it is, but it looks really good.
It's just like a solid shade game, and holds up.
Holds up. Absolutely. All right, let's get back into it.
Yeah.
Actually, about that, I should fix this
Oh.
first. Let's do
Yeah.
that.
Am I safe
Already
to
making
kill
me
the stream?
press the button. You
Yeah, kill the stream. Yeah,
All right, cool.
that actually would help. Bump, bum, 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 bum.
I'll start getting the thread up for the voting too.
We turn this off, so that's good. Now we just gotta get Mikey back in there, and then we'll be ready to rumble.
I don't know. I'm sure he likes this setup.
Hee hee. I will fuck you.
Oh, now I had to delete that one.
Wait, what?
Sorry for.
Oh, okay, I wanna remind yours. Remember, you gotta delete one. There you
Oh,
go.
sorry.
I programmed my brain already.
Okay, let's do it now. Everyone ready again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm about to do a coin flip because I don't think we know who won last time or anything. It's
Yeah.
been so long.
Oh, I'll let you go first.
No, I don't want your pity. I have a 20-sided die. I'll do it. I'll take care of it.
If you
Yes.
vamp for a second, I could take a look.
I got it. I know. I'm going to just do
Okay,
a die.
okay, sure.
And we're back. It's time for the Halloween game console draft. Mike, we don't know who won any last draft or whatever. Deshaun offered to look, but you have a 20-sided die. That's as good as anything else. I want to make it clear. I did offer for you to go first.
Yeah, and I looked at your pity and I spat at it. So, Jeff, do you want even or odds on this D20?
I'll take evens, please. Chat, real quick. Is it flashing? Are the graphics flashing?
Don't worry about it.
Probably
Don't think about it.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind. Cool. Let's.
It's a 2. You get to go first. Great.
All right.
Fantastic.
Let's see. I am. Let me think here.
To be clear, so what we're doing here is we're drafting.
Yeah. Give me the what you think this means, because I want to operate in those confines.
Yeah, we're just picking Halloween consoles. So just anything that's spooky or scary, anything that you think is kind of Halloweenish, right? Because that envelops a bunch of things. So yeah,
Resident Evil 4
Halloween-appropriate All right, which one?
remake.
You didn't even play it. Great.
Yes, I played a lot of it. Just a couple hours.
Oh my god.
Well, listen, you should have gone first then if you were going to get so upset about it. Jesus. Resident Evil 4 is a good game. I like it. I liked it a lot the first time. I like it somewhat the second time.
Just shut up. I swear to God.
Now, the scariest thing in October is anytime I talk about Resident Evil 4, I'm like,
Chat, no suggestions, chat. Just FYI.
okay.
Oh, yeah, please, no suggestion. Even maybe we'll take yours after they pick theirs. Okay.
Resident Evil 4, I think, has got to be the biggest like mover and shaker on this console. There's going to be a lot of stuff that people really care about. I think this is the one that the most people will care about.
Okay. It's funny because when I talk about it being Game of the Year, I get yelled at, but sure, okay.
I don't yell at you about that. I just said there's no chance.
Okay. Dang it. Am I a boomer?
Did you say, dang it, am I a boomer?
Yeah.
Oh, you're doubting yourself. Don't even look at chat. Turn chat off.
Well, it's like, no, I'm not getting chat, but like, there's a bunch of like 16-bit games, even 8-bit games that I'm just terrified to pick. But one after that, like, I think it just has to be the best. I'm going to go, I'm going to take it for you, Ken. I'm going to take Castlevania Symphony of the Night right now. Taking it right now. Just as far as games with like vampires and Halloween monsters really running around, I think it has to be the best one. So I feel good about it.
Okay, I am going to go with Silent Hill 2.
Shit!
Because I know that when I choose it, I'll get that kind of reaction out of you. And also, a lot of people are obsessed with this game. Obsessed with it.
We're doing 12 games again. That used to be our usual.
Oh, we're doing 12? Yeah, we can do 12. Shit. Okay, yeah.
What do you think we used to do? Yeah.
When I did the JRPG draft with Cameron, we did like 5 or 6 games, so I had that in my head. But you're right, we did 12 games, so let's go for it. Let's at least do 10 and see how we're feeling.
We'll do 12. We'll do 12. It's fun to have to scrap the bottom of the barrel.
Okay, very good point.
All right. I better.
Mike, I know the next one to pick.
Okay. I mean, look, I have 2 paths here. I can either pick the other Resident Evil game now and hope you don't want to take it yet, or pick something else. Because, like, oh, he won't want 2 Resident Evil games. But I'll better just take Resident Evil 2 Remake right now. I better just do that. Get that one done. Resident Evil 2 Remake. There. I have it. I'm safe-ish.
I will say one of my strategies going in here was to be like, just pick every Resident Evil game. Because I think that would have actually helped a lot. All right, I'm going to go with PT.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll see. You're right. That probably does play. I'm just not impressed by PT because I didn't play it.
Yes, it definitely plays. Yes, it 100% will win, or will give me win over some portion of the audience.
Yeah. You know, you all are really horny for that game demo, but whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
I will pick Luigi's Mansion 3 now.
Ah, shit. All right. That's pretty good.
Feeling a little bit better. Feeling a little bit better now.
Okay. I'm going to go with... I got a couple I'm thinking about. I think I'll go with Dead Space.
Okay.
The remake, I guess.
Okay. That makes sense. Then I will now... Let me be careful here. Let me think about this carefully. Redfall, no joking. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll take Alan Wake right now.
That's a good one. That's a good spooky Halloween game.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed Alan Wake last year for a spooky fun time.
Okay. Let's see. I did Dead Space. So, yeah, I like this one. I'm gonna go with, well, I'm like trying to figure out what you'll pick and if you'll like consider some of the things I'm thinking about, and that because there's so many places we can go with this. Mike, I'm gonna ask if Castlevania Symphony of the Night is on here. Can I pick Bloodborne?
Bloodborne. Oh, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Shit. I mean, fuck. Yeah, I guess you could.
I'm gonna pick Bloodborne.
Shit, fuck.
I think I'm gonna pick Bloodborne.
Yeah, that's a good one, huh?
That's a pretty fucking good one, I think. I'm gonna pick Bloodborne. Good one.
Shit. I'm gonna fucking lose again.
I was like not even thinking that would count because we're going in. I'm like horror games, and now like, well, that's basically modern Castlevania.
Okay. Shit. Now I need to think. I mean, my list doesn't look bad, but then like
I like your list, Mike. I like as always. I think I like your list better than mine. As always.
God, yeah, you play with kids. I gotta think for a split second here.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time. I'm like, I will also be considering my strategy. There's I don't know. I feel like there's some big ones, but there's also it feels like I don't know. We might be be digging deeper on some of these franchises soon. I don't know.
I mean, this feels like a good pick if you didn't have just picked Bloodborne, but I'm still going to go with it. Alien Isolation.
That is literally the one I was going to pick before I thought about Bloodborne.
Yeah, damn it.
I think Alien Isolation's a good one.
All right, chat. Jeff hasn't won yet. You all calm down.
This happens every time they do that.
You're swinging the vote now. Calm down. It's fine. It's fine.
Guys, I always have strong early picks, and then I beef it at the end. So let's just...
You always win.
Let's just wait. Well, yeah, listen, because my strong early picks make the difference. Let's see. What do we have on the board for that? Not yet. I'm going to go with Amnesia, The Dark Descent.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to go with Bayonetta 2.
Ooh, okay. I like that a lot. That's a good one. So how many we have? 1, 2, 3. We have 6. So we have 6 slots left.
I like it.
I think I'm gonna go with The Evil Within 2.
Okay. I will now do. Which one? Everyone did like it, even if I had a problem. Devil May Cry 5.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Does BioShock count, you think?
I don't know.
Because there's not like witches or anything like that. I think it's scary, but is it Halloween-y?
It's more atmospheric-y. I don't know. I just don't get a ton of...
Yeah, I think most people in chat are saying... I think I agree. I agree. I don't think BioShock should count either, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's go... let's dip back kind of in this direction. Well, let me think for a moment, actually, before I make any rash decisions. Does anyone care about that? I don't know if anyone cares about that. That's my issue. And then, like, I'm thinking about a lot of games. I'm like, I don't know if they have big enough audiences to make a difference on this list. So I'm like, should I just kind of wrap back around now? And I think I'll start doing that. And if I have space at the end, I'll do that. I'm gonna go with Resident Evil Remake.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Fear.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's all capped. It's an anagram. It stands for something.
I do not respect that. I only respect one camel case, and that's it. Vampire Survivors. That one I like. I like that. I think that's a fun pick.
Vampire the Masquerade?
Ooh. Masquerade? Is that how you spell it? Well, it's not giving me squiggles.
Enough.
3, 6, 9. So we have 3 picks left?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Phasmophobia.
Okay.
We should play that game sometime.
Yeah, we should. I know.
Okay. Now I have a question. Would you count Doom 2016?
It's demons, right? I think that counts. God, that's a good pick. Yeah, that counts. To me, demons. I know it's sci-fi, but it's still mostly hell. Demons.
Pretty hellish.
Yeah.
Doom counts. Yeah. Doom 2016.
That's a good one. Yeah, that is a game I would like to play on Halloween. Okay. I might fuck around and find out and go with Five Nights at Freddy's.
All right.
Just because I want.
Just do FNAF.
Just because I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. There's a handful of people out in the audience who might be like something they probably not in our audience.
If you put FNAF instead of Five Nights at Freddy, you will get all the Zoomers in it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the Zoomers. I don't think they're going to see the tweet or the anything. I don't think they're in chat. That's for sure. And they're probably not in the Discord, but whatever.
Ghostbusters, the video game.
Oh, that's fun. Okay. So now we're at one left.
This is the last one, I think.
This is the last one? Jesus, okay. I like this one. Okay. Inscription.
Okay. Sure, forgetting something. Okay. There's a 16-bit one I want to do, but I could probably do better. But I don't know. Maybe giving something to these. The retro freaks is good. I'll do Splatterhouse 2.
Ooh, I like that. All right. There it is. Let's see. One of you guys want to put a thing in the chat, and one of you put it in the Discord, and I'll do a tweet.
I got the Discord
and
thing.
I'll read them out.
I'll do the chat.
The Mike Before Christmas Halloween game console has Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Luigi's Mansion 3, Alan Wake, Alien Isolation, Bayonetta 2, Devil May Cry 5, Fear, Vampire the Masquerade, Doom 2016, Ghostbusters the video game, and Splatterhouse 2. The Death Grub 64 has Resident Evil 4 Remake, Silent Hill 2, PT, Dead Space Remake, Bloodborne, Amnesia the Dark Descent, The Evil Within 2, Resident Evil Remake, Vampire Survivors, Phasmophobia, Five Nights at Freddy's, Inscription. Oh, Left 4 Dead. That would have been good, huh?
I thought about Left 4 Dead, but I think
yeah, you missed Left 4 Dead. I love Left 4 Dead.
Would Last of Us have counted? Would Last of Us have been worth? I don't know.
Sure. I don't know.
I think zombie stuff counts.
Yeah,
zombie.
stuff
Yeah,
counts,
if you would have said that, I would have been like, definitely. Yeah.
Was there any reason that you didn't go with like OG RE4?
Oh, I don't know. It just seems like weird if he had remake. You say A or B, but it nothing.
What?
I don't know if it's gonna confuse people, right? Because there's no.
Let me end this post then.
Okay.
I'm gonna give me a second. I'm gonna do it again. Sorry, because Chef put A and B.
Yeah, I was doing that for the blind poll on Twitter.
It doesn't have to be blind here.
Yep. People know what's what. Okay, Mike, how are you feeling about it?
If anyone is a podcast producer and you're watching live in our Discord, if you go to the podcast threads portion, there is a thread there that has a poll where you can vote on it, and that is the official poll to determine the winner.
Yes, that is how the winner is actually determined.
Yeah, we'll leave this open until
if you win
the
somewhere
end of the
else,
next
you still rub it in the opponent's face, of course.
I would have put some like Siren game, like the one Siren game. Yeah, Left 4 Dead for sure.
Yeah, Left 4. I kind of regret not putting Left 4 Dead on there. I wanted to pick Five Nights at Freddy's as like my last pick, but I should have done Left 4 Dead instead. Mike, how are you feeling about your list?
I don't know. It's like I look at it, sure looks good. People like Bloodborne. People are just so horny. They're straight up horny for FromSoft games, Jeff, and just can't be stopped.
Dead Rising's a good one. Okay, so yeah,
Dead Rising.
I think you're right, Mike. I think Bloodborne is a kind of a tough one to overcome.
It's weird.
I almost picked Alien Isolation instead.
I wouldn't even thought of Bloodborne. I just wasn't thinking of it, so it would have been okay.
Honestly,
I
PT's
think it's
a big
close.
One too.
Maybe I'll win on things still.
I think in the Discord, I have no idea what's going to happen. It's pretty close on Twitter right now. It's like 52 to 48, so kind of right, and that's like just started. So yeah, it's gonna be close. We'll check on that here in a second. We'll give you guys all some time to vote if you're voting live.
Rachel, vote for my console. It has a Bayonetta game. That's what we're doing.
If you're listening on the podcast feed later, the poll will be up for 24 hours, so you'll be able to vote the day after this goes up. Otherwise, you can always just go find that thread and yell at us there, too, if we forgot your favorite game. Are you seeing anything in chat that you wish you would have included?
Not really, actually. So that makes me feel like we didn't seem to miss anything. I guess Diablo, maybe.
Diablo.
I bet if I said Diablo 2, I could have probably gotten away with that. That one makes sense.
Diablo 2
that would have been allowed. Some people are saying like
Doom
Metroid
3.
Dread or Metroid games. I'm like,
Not for Halloween.
Doom 3. What are you? Are you the boomer Christian? Doom 3.
And Doom 3 is pretty scary.
Condemn's a good one.
Very
I
scary.
like that.
Where the fuck is my vampire savior, Mike? I thought you would get my back there, and you didn't.
Oh, yeah, that would have been.
Yeah, well, he said vampire, and like I saw the light bulb, I'm like, ooh, he's gonna pick it, and then just, like, Masquerade, still a good pick, but come on.
Yeah, it would have been a good one.
Like one fighting game always helps because the fighting game freaks are like, thank you for remembering that we exist.
Sometimes.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, Costume
us
Quest is
something.
actually one of my favorite Halloween games.
Quest.
Yeah, I thought you would have
Dead
picked
by
Costume
Daylight.
Quest.
I just forgot.
Oh, my God.
Hades, maybe.
Oh my God.
Eh,
I guess not really.
Like, I didn't say Grim Fandango because, like, one may be a little niche, but two,
Grim
it's,
Fandango, bro.
you get yelled at if you say that's a Halloween,
Halloween game, yeah, because it's
It's
very,
like-
well, it's
it's
a
like
very
when-
specific
yeah, it's-
thing
it's
that's not Halloween. Yes.
Right, so it's a good point. Even though it's like skeletons, like
Yeah.
Halloween, but no, not this.
Uh,
Cult of the Lamb might have been good.
yeah,
Might have been
I
Undead
considered
Nightmare.
Cult of the Lamb, but I don't know. I wasn't quite feeling it afterward.
All right. Are we feeling Zombies Ain't My Neighbors is like I would have thought about too, dude, but I was afraid of doing too many old school ones. Like what's that one starring Polter guy? I could have done that, but no one gives a shit.
All right. So yeah, what do you think we should do now, Mike? Should we talk about our games and then check, or do you want to just get the results now?
I think we're probably good at this point. Let's
Well,
see.
Sean can maybe see how many votes there are. Are we close or what?
Sean would say maybe talk about what you've been playing first.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see. Again, everybody, if you're in the Discord, and if you're not, you want to be a podcast producer, I guess don't have time to join the Patreon and everything. But if you are already a member of the Patreon, go to the Discord, discord.gg/GameBest, vote in there. All right, Mikey, what have you been playing?
Gosh, it really has been a lot of Baldur's Gate 3 and Sea of Stars still. I did beat Sea of Stars, but I was told to I should get the true ending, which requires you to kind of do a lot of the major side quests. And I mostly don't mind that because most of the side quests are fun, but
Right.
one of them is a find all of the hidden things, right? There's like these sea conches and there's 60 of them. So that's what I want to kind of find annoying because I basically just go in a guide because I don't know which ones I got and like there's like some system that helps with that a bit, but that's a little annoying to me, especially because I really like the game. The ending was a little like, oh, you're holding something back here to me, and now I kind of think I know why. We'll see when I get this true ending. But part of me is like, I'd rather you just maybe put all that in the ending. If you want to do something fun for the true ending, then sure. But again, I haven't seen the true ending yet, so I'm not exactly sure. But I like Sea of Stars a lot, so having to play more of it isn't exactly killing me. Well, Fizz Jr. says the true ending's bad. I heard somebody say it was essential. That's interesting.
Would you like at a certain point be like, well, I guess I'll just watch this on YouTube?
I thought about it, but the thing was, so a lot of those quests I already did because that's how you get everybody's best weapon, and they were fun. So I did a lot of those, and I did kind of part of it was that whole that ending wasn't everything I kind of needed. So it's like I definitely really want to see what the true ending is. Maybe kind of feel a little bit better.
Oh, sure.
Actually.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. What was your time? Your time count in this?
25 hours to beat it normally, and then it's probably gonna be like 3 or 5 more hours to get everything here.
Yeah, and that's really nice. I saw some people saying 75 hours and stuff like that.
No
How
way.
does that happen?
I don't know. I will say generally, I do sometimes notice beat games a little faster than these estimates say, but because I remember Twilight Princess was one that was the first time people were like, this is a 70-hour game, and then I beat it in 30 hours. I'm like, how could there be that much of a discrepancy?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. But no, there's no way it would take you more than 30 hours to at least just beat the game. I can't imagine.
What else you been playing?
Yeah, like I said, Baldur's Gate 3, I got to Act 2. There's 3 acts, right? So was digging around in there a little bit. Basically just started that. All of Act 1 was super fun, though. A lot of cool stuff. It is incredible just going off the beaten path a bit. Doesn't just find something kind of neat, but these giant quest chains or tons of interesting stuff. Anybody who's done Act 1 knows that kind of at the end, you could find this optional forge that has a lot of neat stuff going on there.
Right, you mentioned
All of
that. That does sound cool.
Right, so it's really cool. Obviously, you can use the forge and you can make some really good armor or weapons. And there's there's an encounter tied to that and some other stuff. The whole sort of last area before you move on to Act 2 has a lot to do. It is just so dense. It's such a dense game, and I really like that. Just everywhere I go, there's a little bit something. What's funny is, I said on the Bombcast how much I like how important the levels are. I'm 30 hours in or something, 25 hours in, and I'm level 5. Each time you level up, it feels great because it's this giant power leap. And then some of the D&D freaks were like, oh, that's what everybody hates about this new version of D&D is that the level ups don't feel as good as they used to. It's like, man, I can't imagine because this still feels like quite a bit. So I don't know what that used to be like.
Yeah, that's I guess, I mean, I'm not familiar enough with D&D. I've listened to a lot of real play, is that what they're called? Podcasts, or a handful of them anyhow. And I still, like, from a distance, like, I think they kind of are taking some liberties with this to make sure it's entertaining. I have no idea if I'm getting the real D&D experience. So what I've learned from Baldur's Gate 3 so far, I agree with you. It's like fun to level up. That's like one of the coolest things about it, I think.
My power jump from level 4 to level 5 was just ridiculous. You know, each character, depending on their class, gets access to some new stuff. But even just the way the stats, like your health and how much damage certain spells suddenly did, like, it's a huge difference to the point where, you know, like, if I'm having trouble somewhere, maybe it is worth to see where I am if I can go somewhere and get a level real quick, because that could trivialize a single encounter. But yeah, it's been great. It's been everything I wanted from it. Really enjoying it.
This is the game I'm playing on my trip.
Right.
I got it ready to go on the Ally. This is what I'm
gonna
playing.
roll a new character.
Yes.
For your solo run. Cool.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I don't. Do you have a recommendation? Because I don't know.
Well, I think it is important to almost think a little bit ahead about who you want in your party and make sure you're not sort of doubling up there, right?
Right.
Because, like, I picked cleric and I like that, but, you know, like, one of the first characters you meet is a cleric who you probably want in your party. So actually, now the good news is you can re-roll the other characters pretty early in the game. So I just made her a bard.
Okay, if you build it, if you build the clerics very different from each other, you can run two clerics.
Okay, you can, but
not that crazy. Like,
I just would never.
You don't have to. Even if you're rolling like kind of the same, you can still play the game. It's not like you
That's
have
fine.
to.
I would just
have
never
a super like balance.
Yeah, I get it. I would.
It's pretty easy, to be honest.
Well, okay. I would never want to just have two of the same class in my party. It feels a little, I don't know, blandy to me.
Yeah,
it's easy because you can switch.
Yeah, I'm just like, you know, Baskin Robbins and like, oh, there's 2 flavors of chocolate. Like, oh yeah, but I'm only getting 2 scoops here, so kind of want to mix things up a little bit. I know what you mean. I don't know.
I mean, personally, like, I've been happy sort of having 2 people who can heal myself. But I don't know if that's standard, if that's what everybody needs. But again, especially early on, if you don't, it's like a lot of video games where it's kind of hardest at first because you don't have a whole lot of abilities and you probably don't really know how to play it yet.
Yeah.
You don't really understand that each encounter is kind of a big deal and it's okay to spend a lot of your abilities and then to go rest.
I think I'll go in there. I always want to like do like a more non-traditional character or whatever, like a bard or something like that.
Yeah, something weird.
But I think I get scared and I think I end up settling on something like a rogue, which I think is still like, oh, that's not quite like a magic user. Yeah. It's not quite a beat 'em up guy.
Sure.
But I don't know. I think I start overthinking and kind of work myself into a shoot where I'm like, actually, I probably would have had more fun if I was just a magic guy or just a beat 'em up guy. I don't know. So I might just go with whatever I'm feeling and try to just hop
If I had to do it again, I maybe would pick like some kind of a tankier melee person, because I have one melee person in my party, Karlak, and she's very good. And part of me is like, having 2 of those might actually just make everything easier. Because, you know, my setup right now is I have the wizard, Gale, and then I have Shadowheart as a bard, so she's mostly range, and then I'm a cleric, so I can do some stuff up close, but a lot of my stuff is also sort of range, and then Karlak just in there, you know, wrecking everybody in their face. And that mostly works, but I wonder if it would be easier if I had 2 pure melee people.
Okay, well, I'll make my decision public and let everyone help me out then.
I don't think, Chad has a good point. Druids are cool, and I don't think, at least unless I miss somebody, I don't really think you get a druid in your party. So that's kind of an offbeat.
So you don't get that druid guy at the beginning?
No, Mike. You miss somebody, yeah. You can't.
I mean, I talked to that guy, but then he said he wanted to go underground with me, and then he just kind of wasn't there.
Oh, yeah, you're okay. If you see him on your camp, you can get him. Like, okay,
he was on my camp. He said, "Yeah, let's go underground." I was like, "Okay." Then I talked to him, and I don't know. There wasn't any option about that.
To be fair to Christian right now, everyone in chat is also saying, "Oh no."
You keep talking to him. He just started the second act.
It's D&D. Okay? The fact that Mike had his own experience, I think, is part of how it works.
To be clear,
it's fine.
I don't care.
Yeah, right,
I
yeah.
have my party.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I have my party. I wasn't going to put him in my party anyways. He isn't usable until Act 2. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And not right away in Act 2.
Yeah,
You
I was
have to, like,
confused
keep
about it,
talking to him.
to be honest, because like he's like, yeah, let's go down there. I was like, okay. Then you talk to him. He's
I- I
like,
will rec-
and all I could
yeah.
talk to him about was like about having sex with him, I think. And I was like, well, no.
Well,
I know
so
you're
Baldur's
the
Gate 3.
I see. He didn't
Yeah.
fit in with Mikey's Angels, so he's not on the team. All right.
But
Listen, I was just gonna say this. His storyline is pretty good, and I think
oh,
you
sure.
should like do.
But
yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm that interested in doing the storylines for the characters who aren't in my party. We'll see. But at least in this
Okay,
playthrough,
you'll see. You'll see. Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah. So I'm
That's so weird. I wonder how I missed, because I swear I just talked to him and I didn't see any options. or
Are
anything
you in
for,
Act
like-
2 now? You said.
Yeah, I'm in Act 2
That's
now.
right. Okay. And you okay? Fair enough.
Well, he said he wanted to go to like the underground passage with me, so that's why I talked to him. Like, are you gonna come? And then he didn't. Maybe I missed it, but I didn't see anything that looked like the option to have him come. So I thought he would just show up at some point.
Fuck that druid. Fuck that druid.
Turns into a bear.
That's right. You can
When
fuck.
he's,
That's the
like,
bear.
doing
That's the
the-
bear
How
sex
much
scene.
of that can they really show? How much? Like,
You
that's
can
be a
show-
lot of implied.
You
bear
can show
sex.
the entire
fine.
butthole of the bear.
Yeah, but you can't show the bear's penis. You can't
Have you
show
seen a
penis.
sex scene in Baldur's Gate yet?
No.
You can show the.
There's
You can show
quite
the
a bit.
penis.
Yeah, but is it
Version.
okay? But bestiality is illegal, is what I'm getting at, right? You can't show
Like
that.
not
bestiality is
fictional
legal.
bestiality. That's the
Yeah.
First
Come on,
Come on,
Amendment.
dude.
That's the
Open
First
your mind a little
Amendment.
bit.
Have you been on a what's it called, an archive of our own? Have you been on AO3? Come on.
All right, now tell me how bad I lost to Jeff already. I can't take it.
Okay. Let me close this poll here. Let me see. Okay, we got the results.
I played a
We
little
got
bit
the
of
results.
Forza. It's good.
The winner with 57% of the vote, so not a huge blowout, but definitely a decisive win. The Death Grubb 64.
Hello, everybody. Woo! Woo! Where do you think it went wrong for you, Mike? Playing against me? I agree.
Just Bloodborne. I don't know. I didn't think you were gonna pick Resident Evil 4 and make. Then you got Silent Hill 2 right away, also, which sucked. I don't know. I think it's typical. Like, I think even when I'm like trying not to be boomery, even though I'm like, Symphony of the Night is obviously a Stone Cold classic, right? There's probably still enough people like, it's an old game. I don't care about Symphony of the Night anymore. And I don't know. I look at it. I have a good list.
You have a good list.
But like all the rounding out, the problem is, I think the problem is with everyone else. Basically, nobody actually votes to the spirit of the game. No one actually thinks about the complete console lineup. They just look for their favorite game. And for a lot of
the
people,
reality
it's
is that
Bloodborne.
people have one or two favorite games.
Like,
I think that's how it works.
Nobody cares that you have stupid shit like Five Nights at Freddy's at yours, while my list is like all good stuff and like a good variety of things. No one gives a shit about
yeah, because the
that.
idea of because people want to play their favorites.
You don't even have like a single.
Also,
like
a
just,
lot of people like Five Nights at Freddy's, and they're younger,
right.
but they count. They're human beings.
Also, keep in mind,
no,
Mike,
they don't.
you're right, and I picked your list because you had Bayonetta 2 and DMC 5.
Yeah, well, listen.
So it can balance out. It's just,
Yeah, I think it's yes, I think basically it's a travesty and it's wrong, and I am actually much more upset than I'm letting on, but I just can't afford another blowout right now. I think it's not good for my health.
Yeah,
I think it's not good for my health.
Mike,
yeah,
Chef also
Yeah, I know he won on Twitter and poll. I'm sure he won everywhere. I'm sure he won
He
everywhere.
wanted YouTube too.
Cool.
I think that, I think you're right about Five Nights at Freddy's. I think it would have helped if you would have just picked good games instead, though. So, just better games, like to actually make a difference there. That would have probably helped you. Maybe next
I swear
time.
to God, if you don't play Resident Evil 4, like when you get back, and I'm going to be honest, if you don't agree that it's one of the best games ever, you're going to be in trouble. That's the expectation now. Every time you're like, Mike, you should play something, I'm like, I will do that, Jeff. I will take a lot of that time, even though time is valuable, and I will play through all Pikmin 4 and agree with you
Well,
it's great, and have your back come Game of the Year time and all this shit, because I'm a good friend and a good person, and all you have are jokes. All you have are taunts and jokes, you swarmy piece of shit.
When I was first dating Stephanie, she's like, "You're a smarmy asshole." I'm like, it just comes naturally. I can't help myself. All right, so I'm feeling pretty good. We will do. So we've been doing those game of the year lists for a while.
B is just a better Bloodborne. It's actually 60 frames per second. Yo, get over Bloodborne.
We've been doing those game of the year lists for a while. We're taking a little bit of a break. We'll probably mix those back in here and there instead of just doing like back to back to back. So now that'll just kind of be part of the rotation. I really like this genre specific or theme specific console draft, Mike. So we'll do more of these as well. We'll also do like the handheld console draft soon. We did that before. We'll do the PSP DS one or whatever it was that we haven't done yet. So look forward to all of that. Like I said, I played some Forza Motorsport. It's really good. I haven't had a chance to play a ton of it, but what I have played, I just really enjoy the way that the game is set up, where it's like, let's get you into a race. Let's have fun. It's going to feel great. It's going to feel amazing, actually. And then you're going to get through that race. And when you're done, we're going to give you a ton of cool stuff. And if you're an idiot like you are, Jeff, here's a button to press. And it just, all the good stuff goes into the right slot, and your car's going to be even better. And isn't that nice? And I'm like, that's very nice. Thank you so much. Let's get you into another race. Oh, thank you so much, video game, for just patting me along. And I have no idea how Forza Motorsport, like longtime weirdo fans that play 2,000 hours of this game feel. That they're going to have to go figure that out on their own.
Sure.
For me, as someone who might have like picked this up in Game Pass, where it's at, and that's like a totally valid thing. I think most people who are like, have any passing interest in racing games or seeing something very, very pretty are going to have a very good time with this game. I don't think it's out for everybody yet. I think it's still in like the early access.
I think when it comes out for everybody. I might be wrong.
Definitely don't jump on that $100 version if you're not sure, but try it out in Game Pass. I think, again, most people are going to have a very good time with it. So, yeah.
What the hell? Now AJ just messaged me that he thinks it's pretty. Is it early access or something? I guess maybe it is out. Literally, as I said that, AJ just texted me.
Yeah, it's out in early access. So if you the $100 version,
I was still stewing about the game.
Yeah. No, listen, Mike, we understand. You're allowed to make. You've made so many mistakes. What's a few more?
Jeff, I have a follow-up question to show you my interest and engagement.
Okay, let's go for it.
Yes, well, how are the vibes? Because that's something I enjoyed in Gran Turismo 7. Aside the fact that it was brave enough to continue using numbers, I liked the vibes in Gran Turismo 7 a lot.
I think that the vibes are similar in that they're subdued. I think it's very much just like, hey man, you're here for the racing. Let's get to the racing. The Gran Turismo you described as kind of have like let's sit in a coffee house, an expensive coffee house, and talk about cars and like how much we love cars.
I did kind of like that shit.
And it's not doing that. So I think Gran Turismo probably still has it there. But this is like similarly mellow. It's very much like, hey, let's just play some calming music. There is no one ever saying social media. It's just
you're on social media.
You're on social media. It's all about just, hey, get into the race, have a good time. And I appreciate that. But I think I never played Gran Turismo 7 or whatever it was, whatever the number was.
7.
7, yeah. But the way you described those charming vibes, I'm like, that sounds kind of nice. I kind of would. I like that smoky, everyone's hanging out, drinking whiskey or expensive coffee. I like that. But still, it's much better than what Forza Horizon is doing these days. At least in my opinion, I'm very much over the party house vibes. I have not really put any time into Mirage since I have a preview of that. We talked over our footage. Me and Mike played a little bit.
Yeah, that's kind of like the thing is like me and you both did that preview. We got to play it for a while.
Right, and it's like, and there's other games happening. So let me get hands on with those instead. It's
hard.
And
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and really, I'm playing Spider-Man 2. Everybody, that's what I'm doing, and that's been a thing taking up a lot of my time. So once I get through that, maybe I'll check back in on some of these other things. Although I think Mirage might miss its window with me personally. We'll see. It seems like it's a fine game. But
I think it's fine. I think it's doing all the things I said I wanted. It's just a lot of people are like, yeah, it does that and it does it well, but it kind of doesn't feel very high on the Jeff Backlor importance scale in some ways, right?
Yeah, it reminds me of Rogue, Assassin's Creed Rogue, where it's like,
you
hey,
love Rogue, don't you?
No, I don't think I ever played Rogue.
Somebody else I know like Rogue.
Yes.
Sorry.
Where it's just like, hey, here's another Assassin's Creed next to this other one, and it's smaller, and it's like this other thing that we kind of built up into its own thing. And it's like, it's definitely not in the upper echelon of Revelations or Brotherhood 2 and Black Flag, but it seems like it's like right behind those, and that's cool. That's fun. I'm glad they did it. All right, Mike, let's get out of here. Anything else we need to wrap up before we play the music?
I think we got one more super chat.
All right.
Yes.
Hit that.
It's yes, I think they're all mocking me. The Uncharted Wolf says, "I'm sorry, Mike, but I'm a Bloodborne weirdo." Look, I get it. It's obviously a good game. I lashed out at Bloodborne. I'm sorry, even though what I said was true. But I still shouldn't have said it.
I'm sorry for being a truth teller. Speak truth to power.
El Greg says the reason why Mike likes Resident Evil 4 remakes so much is because he liked the original, but never knew how to get the disc out of the GameCube, making him mad. It's real cute, everybody. It's real fucking cute. You're a bunch of fucking cuties over there.
You want to pick the game next time so you have a better chance of winning, or
what game?
I don't know, the game that we play on this show. You want to play just to give you a chance?
Oh, like
just
a game?
Yeah, help you out with your streak here.
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna lose forever. No, we're gonna go back. We're doing 2005. Well, next week you're not even here, so I have to figure out who I'm doing a show with.
I'll be here for Decides. I just won't be here for.
Oh, you will? Never mind.
Yes, last Nintendo's.
Let's just do 2005 next week. Let me recover.
Sure. Okay.
Get my bearings.
That sounds good.
Then we'll figure. Yeah, we'll figure.
You think we're
going
to recover? It's going to be relaxing having all these kids yell at us about Battlefront 2. Is that 2006?
No, I'm good. No, it's 2005, and I'm going to get so much pleasure telling them about how. Of course, there are at least 5 games better. Than
Mike will be moisturized and
2005.
thriving. I can't wait.
What the hell is wrong with you, asshole?
Mike, tell people where they can find you on the internet, what you have going on, all that good stuff.
Yeah, please check out GamesBeat, gamesbeat.com. 90s Disney has our Journey into Your Imagination episode up, so please check that one out. And then Major Mitch, been a lot of fun. Check that out. New demo derby we did with Dan also this week, so we've been having some fun at Giant Bomb. I think I'm gonna be on Professional Friday tomorrow without you because you'll be gone.
Yep. It definitely help those guys out. What is it? Is Payday 3 maybe?
Maybe.
Just tell them if Payday 3 doesn't work, I would like to see some Assassin's Creed Mirage or Forza or whatever. Have someone play that.
Sure.
We'll see.
I can. Yeah.
Never mind.
I'll just beam them some random GameCube games.
Yeah, that works too. I'm going on vacation, everybody, so I'll see you next week. Have a good one. Take care of yourself, and goodbye. And vote Bloodborne.
That is the vibe. All right, Jeff. Let's see each other here.
Mainstream penetration.
I'm really gonna get in his ass.
Mainstream penetration.